Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about what it is like to live in a gaming house and comparing to bootcamp and also online, because I've done obviously plenty of them over 13 years of CSGO competitive. So I'm gonna give for and against points of living in a gaming house, and then I'll tell you my overall appreciation. So the main point of living in a gaming house is that practice could not be more efficient. We actually don't really waste any time. We work on things together. Everybody is extremely focused because unlike at home, there's no distraction. The whole room is dedicated to practice and the whole time is dedicated to practice. You can see what other people are currently doing, so you really know if they're wasting your time or if they're just unfocused or what's going on. It's pretty rare that one of us is unfocused. Bootcamp, usually we play for like 12 hours a day. We just play so much in between like 5 days, and we go over all the maps, and you just consume so much CS that at the end I'm extremely exhausted. But I'm having so much fun, you know. This boot camp is just CS. When you live together and you live in the house, it's completely different because you can't live like that forever. So you can't just think that it's boot camp 24/7 because it's our life. And it's not how it works. So it's actually less effective than a bootcamp, but it's more effective in the end because we remember everything, because we go over it every day for a month instead of going over like a couple of strats and setups and then playing them for a couple of days and then seeing that there's a lot of flaws but not being able to fix them. Right now, what we're doing for the past 2 months is setting up a base on each map and then building up on that base, and then seeing more and more flaws, and then having more and more strats in our books, so that if we know they're playing like this, we can now play like this instead. You know, I guess what every good team should have, which we try to have usually, but a bootcamp is so short, you don't have the time to go through all the scenarios and have backup plans for everything. Well, I feel right now that we're like that. We have so much backup plans. The second thing is obviously each other's personality. If you've never met your teammates before, it will most likely clash at some point between each other. But thankfully, the girls and I have known each other for so long that we already know the personality issues that's gonna happen. We already know who's gonna clash, and not always when it's gonna clash, but we mostly know their issues already. So merging in the house or living together in the house didn't really change anything. We have the same issues that when we travel or online. There was no big surprise, to be honest. It's just a continuity of what we already have known, so we just continue working on ourselves. I would think the main issue of living in a gaming house is everything outside of practice. To me, I really feel more exhausted, and I really feel like I don't want to do anything else outside of practice. We do practice way longer than what we did online, but we practice less than bootcamp. But that's the thing, outside of my practice hours, I don't really want to play CS. I don't really want to stream. I don't really want to create content. I just want to relax because our practices are so intense that I'm like, I need to go to the gym, I need to do my laundry, I need to work on my, do my food and etc. And there's so little time left during the day to do all of that, that as soon as practice is over, it's really hard for me to go into anything that has to do with gaming. And that's really new to me because I used to consume so much gaming and I used to work. My schedule used to be really busy, and I don't even do 1/3 of what I was doing in Montreal, which to me is a big change, and I need to understand my goals and more and see what I really want to do and etc. because I don't have as much time as I had in Montreal. And I also think it's a big part due to the time zone that we're in. When I was in Montreal, practice was from like 8 to midnight, which allowed me to have a full day at work and come back home and do something before practice, like make my food, go to the gym. Whenever I was starting to be extremely exhausted, I would go into practice. And to be fair, CSGO is like the only thing I can do when I'm extremely exhausted. Whenever I do my 24-hour streams, CSGO is the only game I can play at the end. Because even if I'm completely drained out, I can still play CS. Obviously, I'm not gonna be as great, but I still find the will in me to play CS. If our practice in West time are from 3 to 6, is prime time for me as a human, as an adult, and I'm playing CS, the thing I can do when I'm exhausted. So before and after, when I'm actually kind of tired, when I wake up or when I'm done with practice and it's 9 p.m., I don't want to do anything because that's when I'm tired, and it's really hard for me to end practice at 9:30 and say, hey, I'm gonna go stream right now. On top of that, I already know that my viewers at that time are not gonna be there watching because East Coast people are sleeping and European are just waking up. It's like 6 a.m. for them. So nobody's watching my stream. Like literally nobody was watching my stream. I streamed only 2 hours for the first time at Eastern time 2 days ago, and I had close to 700 viewers compared to 200 at the time I finished my practice. If the gaming house was the East Coast, I wouldn't have any of these issues because I could do everything during the day. Go to the gym in the morning, then stream all day until 6, and then practice until 6 to 12, and then go to bed after that. But it's obviously not the case here, and so I have to rethink on my schedule, and I really need to find more ways to create content for you guys without being exhausted. Okay, so I already talked about all the CSGO and gaming related stuff in the content. Now it's more about food, gym, and sleep. So food, I think it's way harder because as soon as someone wants to go to the restaurant, if it's something that you really want, I often drop my meal prep. And that's really bad. So I need to work on that a lot. Like today they went to pho and I was like, no, I'll just eat my meal prep. But then after that, we went to like the CLG gaming house and they had food and I ate there. You know, so it's way harder for my food habits. And I see other people eating all the time, or it smells like food, it makes me want to eat, so I eat snacks here and there. Even though I don't like snacks, I somehow find ways to eat snacks. I don't feel skinnier at all. So food is much harder. As for gym, I think it's much easier because I don't want to do anything else than work out, get healthy, take care of myself, and go to the gym. And we all go to the gym together, so we encourage each other to go to the gym. So that's way easier, surprisingly. We're in California and it's super sunny, so it's really easy to go to the gym. I bought a bike, I'm going to the gym by bike. Gym, CS, that's my only 2 things I need to worry about right now. Gym, CS, food, sleep, take a shower. And then sleep is extremely easier because compared to what I was in Montreal, when I was extremely busy, I had to wake up to go to work. So even if practice lasted longer and I only have 5 hours to sleep, I would do it. And I was like that every day, almost every day. I was always exhausted. But in the house, as soon as I'm sleepy, I just go to bed. I feel like I'm always on vacation where you go to bed early. I'm like, I'm sleepy guys, I'm just gonna go to bed. And in the morning, I don't have to wake up. The only thing I have to look forward to is gym. And I don't want to be sleepy at the gym. So I just watch one less episode of Netflix and I go to bed earlier. From living in a gaming house, I also feel I have a lot of work to do about myself. I always knew this, you know, I'm almost 30 now, and I always knew that I wanted to work on my personality and my goals and my serenity and that kind of stuff. And I really was looking forward to be in the gaming house to start doing it. And right now I can feel it. I can feel that everything is kind of coming out. My emotions, my patience, like everything. After being here for 2 months now, I need to start working on it, like meditating, doing yoga, that kind of stuff. Overall, I really think it's worth it. It's worth it to the gaming house. I think our house is amazing. I think we're getting better. I think maybe the progress isn't always amazing, but it's still there. I've never felt that good with my team in-game. Seriously, since potentially ESDC 2010 for me. And I think overall we could definitely be doing more. But what's more important is, do I feel like I'm giving it my all? And I think I do. Maybe I should deathmatch more. That's the only thing I want to do. Outside of practice, I don't deathmatch enough. But other than that, I think we're doing a great job. And I would do it all over again.